Welcome to the final episode of this series. After hitting Imogene Pass and Tin Cup, it was time to drive up towards Ouray, where we're about to tackle the famous Imogene Pass. But not without a little strife along the way.
You roll it to right here, you can, or on the other side.
Oh no. Oh no, Ian's got something in his tire. So we're actually on this detour right now because there's construction, and it'd be a pretty bad time to get a flat tire on one of these canyon carving turns because you'll land in the canyon. Flying over the edge into this canyon would be no bueno.
Oh, geez, that's a
Solution would be we could put on a spare because he's got a full-size spare, or we're gonna try to plug it right now. So we'll fix it with a plug.
I'm about to.
A wild success.
I think this is pretty cool.
It's too funny. We had 4 cameras on him and no one helping. That was great. After airing up, Ian still decided to go with the swap of a spare. The fence nail got him good. He had to use 2 plugs. Hey, good morning guys. I think it's a little bit earlier of a start today than usual. Everyone's up and we're trying to do Imogene Pass today. Last night we came up here because all the other camp areas we attempted to find, either BLM didn't have roads to it or campgrounds were all packed up. So we found us a little spot. This might be National Forest. I hope it's National Forest, but it's remote. It's a remote area. So we're supposed to be doing some Imogene, and it just looks like a graded road, does it not? How hard can Imogene be? I think we're gonna be the group that completely underestimates Imogene Pass and thinks it's just gonna be as flat graded road as we came up last night. And then when it actually does get technical, we'll be the ones suffering. But I think that's all part of the fun. So right now we are a little bit over halfway to the peak of Imogene Pass, and so far there's been nothing technical. It's been a graded road. We've seen a plumbing vehicle come through here. You can probably make it, as long as your transmission can take it, in passenger vehicles. It's not all that crazy climbing up to here. A nice, flat, graded road. But from what we saw on social media and pictures people have been taking, it does get more technical. So I'm looking forward to it. Now this is the Imogene I was waiting for. So before we were just coming up this paved graded road. It wasn't paved, but it was this nicely graded road. And now we're coming up on some nice steps. I'm sure everyone's gonna have fun on these.
Show us what the 2.0 turbo does. Yeah. All right, we're challenging the Xterra too.
And we'll take Aaron this way too.
we're in the Rockies and we're also getting left behind. Transmission temperatures are high, and well, we'll make it happen. So why did we end up stopping here again?
My transmission just got hot.
Oh, all good, all good. It'll cool down.
Yeah.
While it cools down, we get to enjoy this. And before we knew it, transmissions have cooled and we were ready to catch up with the crew. I'm glad we got to stop and enjoy more than just the drive. This is the Colorado I've been waiting for. Here in Imogene, we got some slippery wet rocks and a cliffside. So mentally it's a little bit sketchy, but honestly it's really nice. A little bit of fear. Taking frequent breaks at Imogene Pass might not be a bad idea. First, you get to see all the beautiful scenery, you got some mini waterfalls going on, and you also get to let your transmissions cool down. The scenery here made for the perfect lunch spot. A few of us were more hungry for adventure than lunch, thirsting for the views. So we explored around the area. We're actually not on Imogene Pass right now. We had a fork in the road to go left and continue on the pass to go right, and you'd end up here. And we decided to explore. There's a lot of different ruins here. We got this guy right here. See where there used to be a window. It's kind of cool. Relics of the past. Now as I go in here, I just hope I don't get bit by anything. No animals are living in here. One thing to note though, when you're exploring these like older wooden structures, there's a high chance that there's gonna be, ow, a lot of nails. So watch your butts and watch your tires. As we kept exploring the area, we noticed a few trails that led up into the mountains. Bright idea, Alan. Some areas were steep, others not so frequently traveled. We could see vegetation growing all over the trail, and we knew that things were only going to get worse. Now at this point, we turned around. We didn't know what was up ahead, but could see the trail only exponentially getting steeper and no space to turn around. Sometimes it's not about getting that pot of gold. It's about not dying. We played around and explored a little too long and opted to let the group get ahead of us, and we just play some catch up. If you're a wide vehicle here, hold true to your line. I hope you'll enjoy this part of the trail as much as I did. It was the quickest way to get back onto Imogene Pass after taking our delightful detours. Looking over the driver's side makes you want to hug passenger. Looking at the passenger side makes you just want to focus driving straight. And after some splashes, lens cleaning, trail traffic, and hairpins, we finally caught up. Sometimes it just gets a little too steep, and no shame in asking for some help to get pulled up. We all want to make it to the peak, so let's make it to the peak. Wow, that last switchback run was actually quite interesting. There's a section where you want to maybe keep your momentum, and then all of a sudden an obstacle comes. So you're coming up and you got momentum, and you might want to slow down here, or you're gonna make some pretty quick decisions to see if you can make it up. Hey, you know, after walking the obstacle, I guess that's one thing, we should always walk the obstacle. Didn't look too bad. Imogene Pass, there's a rock that some people like to call poser rock, but honestly the photos that come off this rock are great. You guys want to know what death looks like? Woo! Woo!
I'm gonna have to really fight for this picture.
How about
Holy crap.
how about we just skip on this picture?
Give up on this one?
No, you can go. You can go. See, I told you Grace likes to encourage people.
Once you bump it, you gotta keep it on. It is. Bump it. Alright. I'm watching your hand.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
I'll probably tell you I don't have a parking brake.
Now what would you do for Instagram? This is nuts. We're getting pretty close to the top. We're past Poser Rock and we're headed up towards the peak of Imogene Pass. Now, headed towards the peak, there's some sections that you might want to take with a little bit of momentum. One is right behind me and one is just about to hit.
Stay on this edge. Keep going. Yes. Oh!
Almost! We tried the other line with some momentum and still no go. I guess temperatures are still a little too hot. So we'll go with the pole. It's all good. We're gonna make it to the top together. Teamwork makes the dream work. At 13,114 feet, Imogene Pass is no joke to both your body and the vehicles. Just walking around gets you breathing heavily. If you made it this far, I hope you enjoyed Colorado with us through Medano, Tin Cup, and up to the peaks of Imogene Pass. And if you find yourself wandering into Colorado, Just remember, there are places to be and sights to see. Until next time, guys, I'll see you in the next episode.